Okay, Mataji, Pushpa Mataji, we are ready.
Mataji. Namo Vishnupadaya Krishna Prastaya Bhutale Srimati Bhakti Vedanta Swami Idhi Namini
Namo Vishnupadaya Krishna Prastaya Bhutale Srimati Bhakti Vedanta Swami Iti Namine.
Namaste Saraswati Devi Gauravani Pracharini Nirvisesha Sunyavari Pastacharya Satarini.
Namaste Saraswati Devi Gauravani Katharine Nirvishesha Sunyavadi Paschatya Devata.
Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadara Srivashari Gaura Bhaktavinda.
Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya
Prabhu Nityananda Shri
Advaita
Gadadara Shiva Shadi Gaura Bhaktavinda. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Hare Bol. Thank you, Mataji.
Thank you.
Very wonderful. Very sweet.
Thank you.
Okay, so with that, we will begin our class today. And I have to check that the list who's supposed to do this. Dasaradan Prabhu, are you here? Yes, you are here. Okay, Prabhu, you can start.
Hare Krishna Mataji and to all. The son of Devaki, the supreme personality of Godhead, Sri Krishna cannot be satisfied by anyone's study of the Vedas, charity, sacrifice, pilgrimage, or vows, as much as he is satisfied by the devotional recitation of the Gita.
Haribo, thank you, Prabhu. So we will take blessings from Sri Sri Jagannath Baladev Subhadra. And a little further, I want to take you all from Jagannath Mandir. This Jagannath Baladev Subhadra, they are residing in our temple EKL. So where are they originally from? Where are they originally from? Odisha. Anything more particular? What is that town called? Puri. Yes. What Puri? Jagannath Puri. Yes, this is Radha Yatra that happens in Jagannath Puri. Puri Jagannath Radha Yatra. Okay. In KL, or in most of the places, we have one chariot. We put Jagannath Baladev Subhadra in one chariot. But in Puri and at some places, Jagannath will have one chariot, Baladev will have one chariot, Subhadra Maharani will have one chariot. And every year they will build the cart from scratch. Okay, they will build the cart from scratch. And they are pulled by not a machine or cows or lorry or anything, right? They are pulled by the devotees, humans. So this is a glimpse of how it will look like. It's really, really very massive. Okay, it's really massive crowd. Okay, so this is just a glimpse. Okay, other than Jagannath Baladev Subhadra in our temple, okay, we also have Gaura Nitai, or this is also Krishna and Balaram. This is Nitai Sundar Gaura Hari. Mahaprabhu is here. This is Krishna. This is Lord Nityananda. This is Lord Balaram, but his name in this form is Lord Nityananda. This is Mahaprabhu. Okay, so if you remember towards the end of the class yesterday, I was saying Krishna appeared 500 plus years ago. All right, and when he came down, he propagated, he stressed on the congregational chanting. Okay, not yagya, not deity worship, not meditation, but he said the best method for self-realization in Kali Yuga is congregational chanting of the holy name. Congregational chanting of holy name means like this, in group, singing in group, like what we just did. That's also congregational chanting. Okay, so loudly chanting so that not only we will benefit, but the living entities around us also will benefit. Okay, prayers to the spiritual teachers now. Those who are familiar with this prayers, you also can unmute and recite with me. Okay. Om Jnanatimirandhasya Jnananjana Salakaya Chaksurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Nama Om Vishnupadaya Krishna Prasthaya Bhutale Srimate Bhaktivedanta Swami Iti Namine. Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvisesha Sunyavadi Paschatya Desha Dhavine. Jaya Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Srivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Can you all join me, please? Hare Krishna, Hare
Krishna, Krishna,
Krishna Hare Hare, Hare
Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Hare.
Hare Om Tat Sat. Thank you. Srila Prabhupada ki jai.
Okay.
Okay. Gita Mahatmya. Sorry, yeah, I think I confused it. Okay, that's another problem. Actually, you're supposed to do Gita Mahatmya. I gave you invocation instead. Do you want to read this?
Yeah, no problem, Mataji. Translation. Because Bhagavad Gita is spoken by the Supreme Personality of Godhead, one need not read any other Vedic literature. One need only attentively and regularly hear and read Bhagavad Gita. In the present age, people are so absorbed in mundane activities that it is not possible for them to read all the Vedic literatures. But this is not necessary. This one book, Bhagavad Gita, will suffice because it is the essence of all Vedic literatures and especially because it is spoken by the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you, Prabhu. Yes, so like I mentioned the first day, we don't have time, right? This is a fast-moving age. Everything is fast. Fast food, fast car, fast track, crash course, everything fast, fast, fast. Okay. All right. So we don't have time to read the entire Vedic scripture. If you see the Vedic tree is really huge. Okay. If I have the picture with me, I will share with you how the Vedic tree will actually look like. All right. So Gita is the essence of the Veda. So with that, I thank you all for joining this, because somehow you'll get the summum bonum of the entire Vedic knowledge here. Okay, so you should not stop here. Actually, this is just to give you like a trailer or a window to what's in Bhagavad Gita. Okay, a lot of people would have joined out of curiosity, what is in Bhagavad Gita? Or a lot of people would have heard and you wanted to learn what's inside. Some people would have learned here and there. So you want to learn it systematically, and you can go progressively from chapter to chapter. So with like that, so many people have different intentions and objectives. All right. So in any case, we hope that you still put in a little bit more effort to read the rest of the verses. Okay, you don't have to, if you have Bhagavad Gita, you don't really need to go through the purport, not necessarily, but you can just run through the translation. If you do not understand translation, then it is it's important for you to read the purport for understanding. Okay. All right, so other than Bhagavad Gita, there's another scripture, Srimad Bhagavatam, is also equal to God because it's a message about God. One is message of God, message from God. Another one is a message about God, story about God. Okay, so generally we do not encourage people read Bhagavad Gita like you read novel or storybook, right? You have to read in a devotional mode. But discount is given for mothers, because they are very busy. So with the child or newborn mother of a newborn child, they have that privilege of you can read in any case, in any situation you can read. Okay, so they can read anytime. So with that, we enter today's chapter 4, Transcendental Knowledge. So this is slightly going to touch on Jnana Yoga because we want to know the quality of the knowledge that Krishna is giving Arjuna. Okay, so like I mentioned in the beginning, before you take up a course or you want to enroll in a course in a certain academy or institution, you want to know what is the credibility of the institution. You want to know the credibility of the course that you're going to take. Why would you want to take a course that doesn't have a job prospect? Isn't it? So the same thing. Okay, right? Chapter 1, observing the army, the physical setting. Later on, it began to emotional setting of Arjuna. And then in chapter 2, Krishna talk about the body versus soul topic. And then in 3rd chapter, Karma Yoga. Okay, so in 4th chapter, transcendental knowledge is between 2 chapters of karma. Chapter 3, Karma Yoga. Chapter 5, Karma Yoga, work in Krishna consciousness. So the transcendental knowledge is in between. Now, why the transcendental knowledge is here is that Krishna is going to tell how this knowledge is used for devotional service. Earlier was just work. Now he's going to give knowledge. You add this and it will help us to set the right mood for devotional service. Now, how to get this knowledge? That we are going to learn today. Yesterday, we saw how we can work for Krishna. Okay, of course, we start with working without expecting the result. Then we have slightly transitioned to work by offering the results to Krishna. Now we're going to see how are we going to do devotional service with this knowledge. Okay, so let's see what he's saying. Oh, yes. Okay, this is the content of the course today. You're going to learn the ancient history of Gita and certain things about Krishna's descent, like whenever Krishna comes, why he comes, when he comes, what does he do, this kind of information, and then approaching a guru. So this is how we're supposed to get the knowledge. Okay, these are 3 important things that we will cover today. All right, so the ancient history of Bhagavad Gita. What picture is this on the right side? Okay, Chariot. Whose chariot? What is in the background? Sun. So who's on the chariot? No, it's not universe, it's the sun. No, you see the background is the sun, Surya Bhagavan or Surya Narayanan. Okay, so apparently the charioteer, right? The charioteer, actually his face will be turning towards Surya Bhagavan. Okay, but in this image, it's like Krishna and Arjuna chariot. Okay, so, and actually this chariot also not so accurate. It's actually Surya Bhagavan's chariot. Got how many wheels? This one got 2 wheels. Actually, how many wheels he has? Who knows? 1. Very good, Renukumar Prabhu. Yes, 1 chariot. Yeah. Okay, so this is just like image, right? Just to give you an illustration. So with that, Krishna is going to tell when and where and to whom he delivered Bhagavad Gita before he delivered to Arjuna 5,000 years ago. Remember, in our first class, this is not the first time Krishna is delivering Bhagavad Gita. Okay, he has delivered this Bhagavad Gita way before. Okay, and the version that we have right now is the conversation version. Okay, question and answer. The entire Bhagavad Gita is actually basically chapter 2, chapter 3, but after that is more of question and answer and elaboration and explanation. Okay, so 4.1. This is just to show you to whom Krishna delivered Bhagavad Gita previously. Okay, so we are entering 4.1. Logeshwari Mataji.
Hare Krishna Mataji. Translation. The personality of Godhead, Lord Sri Krishna said, I instructed these imperishable science of yoga to the sun god, Vivaswan, and Vivaswan instructed it to Manu, the father of mankind, and Manu in turn instructed it to Ikshvaku. Thank you.
All right. Thank you, Mataji. So let's extract the information from that. Who did Krishna instructed this knowledge to? Sun God. Yes. Do you know Sun God is a position? Just like Prime Minister is the position, Sun God is a position. Okay. So the Sun God that we have now, his name is Vivaswan. And there are so many names for Sun God. So after this, I forgot because I covered that long ago in level 2. Okay, so after this period finish for Vivaswan, another person will take over this position. Same goes to the position of Brahma, position of Lord Indra. Okay, so many people, so many devas position are just positions. Okay, a lot of people, a lot of elevated human being will take over that position in a certain interval. Okay, so now the point here is that Krishna has given this knowledge previously to Vivaswan, who was the sun god, who is the sun god. Now, Vivaswan gave it to Manu. Yes, the father of the mankind. Manu gave it to Ikshvaku. Yes. Okay. Yes, very good. So if you analyze, if I'm not mistaken, this is the lineage that comes to Raghu dynasty. Is it correct? If somebody can verify, so who has knowledge on this can verify. Yeah, so it goes down to Lord Rama's dynasty. Okay, so this is the ancient history of Bhagavad Gita. Okay, okay, now you see the important part here is that to Arjuna, Krishna had given the knowledge to a Satriya. But before this, Krishna gave the knowledge to Sun God. Solar dynasty. Very good. Thank you, Mataji. Okay. Now, can you see this knowledge is not a chalang knowledge. It's not a normal and ordinary knowledge for, of course, earlier we were saying that this knowledge is not like really sophisticated, a high transcendental knowledge that normal people cannot follow. Yes, normal people can follow because that is the reason why Arjuna asked question and Krishna delivered the Bhagavad Gita in the middle of the army. So everybody heard that. Everybody heard the Bhagavad Gita. Okay, but it is also so good that Krishna has given this knowledge to sun god. This is the kingly line. Okay, like it's so qualified to be used by king. All right, sun is like the king of the world. The sun is giving light to the entire universe. So this is like an eye of the universe through which we can see anything in this world. Okay, so that's how important this knowledge is to a king. Okay, all right. So breaking down some information about this from this verse, right? Okay, Bhagavad Gita has been in human society for about 2 million years. Okay, for about 2 million years. And I mean, since Maharaja Ikshvaku, okay, Ikshvaku is where the humankind starts. This is all Devas level already, right? So from here, the human level starts. So from here, it's about 2 million Bhagavad Gita is in the human society. So if you were to go back here, then this is about 120,400,000 years ago. Okay, you got the chronology, yeah? This was spoken about to Vivas 1 about 120,400,000 years ago. Okay, and since Ikshvaku time, it has been 2,005,000 years. And since it was spoken to Arjuna, how many years already? Yes, correct. 5,000. Very good. Yes, yes. So you are remembering. Very good. Okay, so what happened? What happened since Ikshvaku's time, Vivaswan time? Why Krishna has to have to speak again to Arjuna? Because the original purpose was scattered by people, commentators with their own motives and intentions. So the actual message was lost. So Krishna has to come again to re-establish the actual essence of the Bhagavad Gita. So later we will see when and why he will come. Okay, so what else? Okay, so this Bhagavad Gita is important to even the royal order. All right, and this is for the kings. Can you imagine if the kings are using Bhagavad Gita as their main Bible to rule the world, they will rule the citizens and protect them from material bondage to lust. Can you see it? From the basic, everything will be fine. Okay, and they will also use this knowledge to impart Krishna consciousness or God consciousness and stress the value of human life to citizens through education, culture, and devotion. Okay, with that, it will be helpful for the citizen to pursue a successful path of human life. Okay, that's how important the knowledge is, and that is why Krishna has given it to kingly line, royal order. Okay, all right. So so this is also to establish that Bhagavad Gita is not a speculative information. Okay, it is not a speculative treatise for mundane scholars. Okay, you can, it's not like, it could be like that, or it could be like this, or maybe that way, maybe this way. You know, everything is certain, is as given as Krishna. Okay, it is a standard book of knowledge from time immemorial, and the information or knowledge that you have in Bhagavad Gita is applicable for eternity. It has been applicable in the past. It is applicable now, right? Even now we are using it in our daily life. It will be applicable in the future. So it is called a Trikala Jnana, for a knowledge that is applicable in 3 ages: past, present, and future. You cannot go wrong. Okay, and you can see Krishna did not give this knowledge to ordinary person, sun god, Arjuna, Satriya. All right, so he selected sun god because sun is the king of all planets, I mentioned already, and it's functioning. Okay, it doesn't fail in his duty. Okay, so that's how great sun god is. And the last point is Bhagavad Gita is apaurishaya. Apaurishaya means is non-human or superhuman. And no human can come up with things like Bhagavad Gita because human beings have 4 defects. This one we will cover in level 3, but briefly I'm telling you there are 4 defects that human has, that whatever that he is doing always have a gap or loopholes. Okay, does anyone know what 4 defects a human being has? Anybody has learned, any devotees here who has learned what are the 4 defects of human? Shyamala Mataji, would you know? 4 defects? Yes.
Yeah, the defect is we have tendency to commit mistakes,
Yes, tendency to commit mistakes. Okay.
always in illusion,
Always in illusion. Yes.
tendency to lie,
Right. Lie.
and we have imperfect senses.
Very good. Okay. Imperfect senses. Okay. Tendency to cheat or lie. We are under illusion. And what's the other one, Mataji? Imperfect senses, tendency to cheat or lie, commit mistakes, tendency
Yes,
to
commit
commit mistakes.
mistakes.
Okay, because we have these 4 defects, we cannot possibly come up with the 3-color jnana book. Okay, so this establishing the supremacy of Bhagavad Gita as it is given by Krishna. Okay, all right, so this is why the Bhagavad Gita that is given by Prabhupada based on commentary from previous acharyas, Prabhupada compiled it and he has given the interpretation, ensuring that the focal point is the devotional mood. All right, so this is why it is free from mundane interpretation. Okay, this is why it's called as it is. So let's recap. Okay, from Krishna to Vivaswan, 120 million years ago, and then to Manu, and then to Ikshvaku. So basically, the Bhagavad Gita has been in human society for more than 2 million years now, not just 5,000 years. Okay, so we are done with the ancient history. Of course, finally, it's Arjuna. So can you see how it has come, the lineage? Arjuna, okay, this is after the break, right? So from Ikshvaku, from Ikshvaku, lead to Manu, lead to Vivaswan, and back to Krishna. So you can see how this is called parampara system. Okay, lineage, parampara, heritage, inherit. Okay, so this is the importance of the parampara system in receiving knowledge. This is how we should receive knowledge. Sampradaya, okay, to understand how the knowledge should be passed down, we have to understand what is Sampradaya. Sampradaya means to hand down or to pass down knowledge. You have to have that chain from your great-grandmother to grandmother to mother to you to your child to your children's child. Okay, that is system. So like that in spiritual life also we have this parampara system, guru, sishya, 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 like that. Okay, but finally it starts from God himself. All right, so this is called guru parampara or guru sishya parampara or disciplic succession. Okay, so this there is an illustration here. This is God here, and from God the spiritual speaker is connected through the genuine sampradaya, not just any sampradaya, genuine sampradaya. So we will see what is the genuine sampradaya. Okay, so there are 4 types of genuine sampradaya in Vaishnavism. Okay, one is first given to Lord Brahma. Okay, Lord Brahma passed down to Madhvacharya. Okay, under Madhvacharya, we have Mahaprabhu and we come. The current ISKCON, it comes under Lord Brahma and Madhvacharya. So we are called Brahma Madhva Gaudiya Sampradaya. Okay, the next one is through Lakshmi Devi. Okay, here the prominent Acharya is Ramanujacharya. So Ramanujacharya is a very famous personality. Has anyone not heard of the name of Ramanujacharya? Has anyone not heard of the name Ramanujacharya? His samadhi is in Sri Rangam temple. Do you know that his actual body is still there, being preserved for 1,000 years? His actual body is still there. All right. So every sampradaya, they have their prominent acharya who spread knowledge through that. Okay. So Ramanujacharya come under Sri Lakshmi, and they are generally called Sri Vaishnavas, and they worship Perumal or Balaji Mahavishnu. Okay, they are coming under that line, Sri Lakshmi. Okay, so if you go to Sri Rangam, you will, Ramanujacharya is very famous. Even the 4,000 Divya Prabandham, all this coming under his lineage. Okay, they are all his grand disciples coming in that line. Okay, all right. So next, I think Ramanujacharya is more famous than Madhvacharya. Yeah. Okay, next is through Lord Shiva. Okay, under the Lord Shiva's parampara, the prominent Acharya is Vishnu Swami. Okay, the last one is four Kumaras. Four Kumaras are four sons of Lord Brahma. Okay, when Brahma started creating, he wanted to create human being, right? He wanted to create progeny. So he created four sons. So these are four Kumaras. But what happened is that the four Kumaras were not interested in creating progeny. They immediately became devotees. Okay, so the parampara that comes under four Kumaras, the prominent Acharya is Nimbarkacharya. So I don't expect you to remember everybody here, but at least you can remember these two. Under Lord Brahma, there's Madhvacharya, where the ISKCON comes, and then there is Lakshmi Ji, Ramanujacharya, which is called Sri Vaishnava. Okay, so these are the four bona fide sampradaya. So why I am stressing this is because there are so many gurus in modern age now. All right, and sometimes we don't have the knowledge. How do we choose the guru? So this is the knowledge that you can bring back home from Bhagavad Gita, is that you have to find a guru who comes under bona fide sampradaya, because they are linked. There is an invisible wire attached in these four sampradayas. So you have to ensure that the guru is coming under one of these sampradayas. Okay, so it's very crucial. If you're very serious in spiritual life, you want to ensure that the road leads back to Krishna, then you have to go to his right representative. Okay, you have to go through the right minister to reach the PM. If not, you cannot reach. Okay, all right. So yeah, so this we are here. Okay, Lord Brahma and then Madhvacharya. Okay, the difference is that there's slight difference in teachings only. That's all. All right, but ultimately everybody is worshipping Lord Krishna or Lord Vishnu or Lord Balaji Perumal. Okay, different names and different forms. Okay, what is this? Okay, I think the same thing. Oh yeah, okay, this is like more detail of our sampradaya from Lord Krishna, Lord Brahma. Actually, after Lord Brahma is Narada Muni. After Narada Muni is Vyasadev. Okay, master, student, like that. Okay, Lord Brahma, Narada Muni, Vyasadev. With Sri Madhvacharya took initiation from Vyasadev, and then Madhvacharya started preaching, and then Mahaprabhu's guru took initiation under this line. Okay, and then of course there are few more gurus in between. Finally, Prabhupada took initiation in this lineage, and so does my guru and myself. So like that, we have many other devotees taking initiation under this line. Okay, so we are coming in this line. So we are called Brahma Madhva Gaudiya Sampradaya. Okay, all right. So this is a further elaboration, 4.2. So here you can see how all coming from Krishna. Prabhupada is here, Krishna is here. So this is the entire lineage. Okay, Shubha Mataji is not here. So Bimal Prabhu. Mataji, you are driving, right? Better not.
No, I'm actually reading my.
Yeah, you can. I can't hear you, Mataji. Are you able to?
Yes, I'll read the translation, please.
Yes. Okay, Mataji.
This supreme science was thus received through the chain of specific succession, and the saintly kings understood it in that way. But in course of time, the succession was broken, and therefore the science as it appears to be lost.
Okay, right. Thank you, Mataji. Okay, so I already explained this, so we will just proceed to the next slide. Okay, it is understood through the chain of discipline succession. However, it was broken. Okay, so So this is very important. Yeah. So let's have a quick recap. What did we cover in 4.1 and 4.2? What did we cover? The ancient origin of Bhagavad Gita. Okay. The qualification to receive. Okay, so why this is given? Because learning the tradition of this knowledge will give Arjuna faith in what he is hearing. Ancient history of Bhagavad Gita. Yes, very good. Okay, and because it was scattered, Bhagavad Gita was spoken again. Okay, why it was broken? Why Krishna has to give again? Because most present edition are not according to, the importance of the Bhagavad Gita as it is, okay, is because most present editions are not according to authorized disciplic succession, meaning the commentators or the authors, the writers, either they did not write it in a devotional mood, or they did not come through a Guru Parampara system. Therefore, the actual mood of the Bhagavad Gita is not presented in the book. Okay, so Bhagavad Gita as it is to be used to revive the original purpose of the Bhagavad Gita as given by Krishna. Okay, so this is the quick recap. Let's move to 4.4. So before that, how was Krishna and Arjuna at that time, during the battle? Who knows? Anyone? "5,000 years ago, when Krishna appeared on the earth and he delivered Bhagavad Gita to Arjuna, how old was he? He was 125 years old. Okay, and Arjuna was his contemporary. 125, yes. Lord Krishna come, Arjuna despair situation. Apa tu, Prabhu? Tak faham. Okay, so that was his age. So now, and Krishna was saying that he gave that knowledge to sun god millions of years ago. So naturally, what question Arjuna will have? This, I'm assuming that you have not read the subsequent verses yet. Yeah? What do you think? What kind of question Arjuna might have? Because after this, Arjuna is asking a question to Krishna. That happened like millions of years ago. So what question naturally one would have? Okay, let's just go to the question, yeah? 4.4, Venu Prabhu.
Yes, Mataji. Arjuna said, the sun god Vivasvan is senior by birth to you. How am I to understand that in the beginning you instructed this science to him?
Yes, okay, so Sundar Prabhu, you have a very valid point there. I've not heard that one. Okay, so anyway, it's a three-color jnana, so it's applicable. So now Arjuna has a question that you are considered my peer, and the sun god is like millions of years elder to you. How you could have been given this knowledge to him? Okay, so this one Krishna will answer later. But okay, let's understand the question that Arjuna is asking. And the way that Arjuna put this question. Okay, so he's saying, how can Krishna, born as son of Devaki, instruct Vivaswan, who is million of years older? Okay, so of course, Arjuna knows who Krishna was born to. Okay, and of course, Arjuna knows that Krishna is the omniscient Lord. He is the supreme. However, why do you think Arjuna is posing these kind of questions? Why? Yes, somebody answered. For us, why? Age factor. Okay, why? Yes, for us is correct. Okay, why? I'll tell why. Because a lot of people may question or may look at Krishna as an ordinary man, an ordinary teacher, and they will not believe that he had actually instructed sun god. So this is why that at this time Krishna cannot come and tell look here, this is my age and I have appeared long ago and I am God. People will not even believe. So this is why Arjuna actually prophesied what's going to happen. And he's asking this question now itself at that time. Okay. So first he said, the sun god is senior by birth to you. How am I to understand? You see how he's asking the question. He never say, oh, Krishna, come on, Krishna, how can you be elder to him? You are just my batch. He didn't ask that way. Okay. He asked, how am I to understand? So this is how, correct. Yeah, to avoid future disputes. So like this, similarly, Arjuna will ask a lot of questions in Bhagavad Gita. Okay, so you see how he asks, how am I to understand? He has a question. So like this, we also will have questions. So when we put forth, then we have to put it in a nice way, not in a challenging way. Okay, so again, Arjuna has a question. Vivaswan is older to you. How this can be possible? So Arjuna is asking question not for his benefit because he is a realized person. This is for people who do not understand Krishna's transcendental nature. Okay, Krishna and Arjuna knows that Krishna is capable of giving this knowledge. He is the reservoir of all knowledge, everything. But the question is for people to understand Krishna, that he is not an ordinary person, and his birth and activities are transcendental in nature. How and why? That is what we're going to cover here. Okay, so this verse is about Arjuna's doubt. Okay, now this is how Krishna replies him. Prasanna Mataji.
Yes, Mataji. The personality of Godhead say, many births both you and I have passed. I can remember all of them, but you cannot. O subduer of the enemy.
Yes, thank you, Mataji. So, during the time that Krishna gave knowledge to Vivaswan, Arjuna was also present there. The only difference is that Krishna can remember all his appearances in the past, but Arjuna, as an ordinary soul, he does not remember. Just like us, okay, in 1 in a million people can remember their past life, like I mentioned in chapter 2. But generally, we don't even remember what exactly we were doing last week during this time. Or what were we eating? What did we eat on Thursday last week? We don't remember. So how can we possibly remember our previous lives? All right. So conditioned soul, they transmigrate, change the body. So in that process, they forget a lot of things. They forget almost everything due to the change of body. But Krishna is different. He does not forget. Okay, because his body is Satchit Ananda. Satchit Ananda means full of eternal, full of happiness, full of knowledge, full of happiness. Okay, that's his body nature. Ours is destructible. Our body is destructible. So he remembers all his past appearances. Now, then Krishna is explaining here, this is also another effort of Arjuna. Godhead, Bhagavan. Godhead means Bhagavan. Okay, personality of Godhead. Yes. Okay. So here Arjuna is helping us to understand the difference between God and living entity. What is the difference? That God can remember his appearances, the living entity cannot remember. Okay, Arjuna couldn't remember, just like us. So during that time, Arjuna was there, but in a different form or different personality or different name. So he does not remember that he was also there. All right. Okay, subdue our enemy. Okay, this is the Krishna's transcendental birth versus Jiva. Okay, we are the Jiva. Okay. Oh yeah, okay, this picture here, right? So this is another example, because earlier Krishna is indicating that Arjuna was also there when he was giving this knowledge to Sun God, but Arjuna doesn't remember. And not only that, this is not the first time Arjuna and Krishna appearing together in the Dwapara Yuga. Previously in Satya Yuga, they have appeared together as well. They are called Nara Narayana. So Nara was Arjuna, Narayana was Krishna. They appeared as two sages. So right for now, you will know already, oh, Krishna taken other incarnation also other than the Dasavatar? Yes. So today also we will see how Krishna's incarnation are not just limited to 10 avatars. Okay, Nara Narayana. This is sages, Nara Narayana. Sri Bhagavan Uvacha. So the important part here is Sri Bhagavan Uvacha. Actually, it will take time to go in and explain what does Bhagavan means. Bhagavan means one who possesses 6 opulences. So later we will learn what are these 6 opulences. Because if somebody comes to you and say, please worship me as God, then you have to tick, okay, I have the 6 checklists. I have to tick, do you have this? Do you have this? Do you have this? Do you have this? It's not like if you have this, you don't have this, you're considered God. No, it's not that. You must have everything. And you have to have these opulences in full, not little bit. Okay, you have to have in full. So there is a definition what Bhagavan means. It was given by the father of Vyasadeva, who was Parasara Muni. Okay, so I hope I get chances to explain what does this Bhagavan means. Okay, so whenever Krishna speaks, it will be said as Sri Bhagavan Vacha. Okay, so we covered the ancient origin of Bhagavad Gita, the Arjuna's doubts, and Krishna is saying that my birth and form is different from yours, so I remember, you don't remember. Okay, now let's go to Krishna's appearances. All this knowledge is important because we want to establish the authority, the authenticity, and the supremacy of the person and the message that the person is giving. Okay, so we will cover when Krishna comes, when he comes, and when he comes, what does he do? What are the things that he does? Okay, so 4.7, this is actually very important verse. Okay, so I hope you all can remember, pay attention and remember. Darshini Mataji.
Whenever and wherever there's a decline in religious practice, O descendant of Bharata, and a predominant rise of irreligion, at that time I descend myself.
Thank you, Mataji. Okay, what is the top picture there? Yeah, what is the activity? The activity. What is happening there? Killing of demon king Ravana. Okay, the bottom picture, who knows? Yes, war between Ram and Ravan. All right. Mallan. What is Mallan, Prabhu? Mallan. Killing of Kamsa. Yes. So here Krishna is shown as killing 2 demon kings. Yes, when there is injustice. Okay, so now we can grab the points from the verse. So tell me, in what situation Krishna comes? There are 2 situations. You can get the answer from the verse. Decline in religious practice. Okay. One more. Rise in irreligious practice. Okay. The good one goes down, the bad one comes up. This sets a setting for Krishna to come. Okay, at that time, I descend myself. Tadatmanam srijamyaham. Okay, so just take a couple of seconds to understand this one. All right, so in the meantime, I'll just explain a little bit here. So Lord Rama, okay, although ultimately his goal or the purpose that he came down is seemingly to kill the demon king, but when he comes, the Lord always does a lot of other activities. Okay, so he has shown how the ideal husband should be, ideal son, how it should be, ideal friend or ideal student or ideal brother. So he showed so many examples, and he's supposed to get what do you call that? The coronation, right? The day before the coronation, he was told to go to the forest, and he did not complain. Okay, he just adhered to that. So obedient. Okay, not depressed or not frustrated, not disappointed. All right, he just accepted. Okay, very calm like that. He spent that number of years in the forest. Okay, and also during that stay, he killed many rakshasas and demons that were troubling the devotees. Of course, he gave mercy to the boatman, the sabari. So I hope you all know these stories, right? It's very nice stories. Every story that comes in Lord Rama filled with lessons. Okay, the second one, Lord Krishna is giving a death blow to this evil person, comes up. Okay, so like this, he comes to get rid of these people and establish good rulers. Okay, all right, so he doesn't take birth like he doesn't take birth, he appear, we call it appearance. Okay, not like an ordinary birth like us. Okay, so now the question here is that, but Krishna is capable of being wherever he wants, and he can just arrange the things or change the situation without him personally having to come and do it. But why is it necessary for him to personally appear? Okay, one important reason I will tell later, but for now, at this situation, let me just tell you, there are certain feats that not others can do, or only Krishna can do. So he comes to do that. But the actual internal reason I will explain later. Okay, so this is about when Krishna comes, when there is a decline in religious practice and a rise of irreligious practice. Now, when he comes, this is when he comes, bila time or situation that calls his presence. When he comes, he does certain things. What does he do? Devendran Prabhu. Devendran Prabhu is not here. Anybody would like to step in? How about those who I have never called before? Kirosha Mataji, are you able to read for us, please? Kuhan Prabhu.
Yes, Mataji.
Okay, Prabhu. Do you want to read for us the English?
Yes, okay, can. So
I think you
delete.
have two devices
Yes.
then. Do you have two devices?
Yeah.
You
Now I
can
think
mute
it's
it.
okay, right?
Okay, yes, now okay.
To deliver the pious and to annihilate the miscreants, as well as to re-establish the principles of religion, I myself appear millennium after millennium.
Right. Thank you, Prabhu. So now can you all put in the chat box what are the three? Okay, no problem, Krishna Mataji. Okay, what are the three activities that Krishna does when he comes? To deliver the pious, annihilate the miscreants. Okay. Re-establish what principles? Principles of religion. Yeah. Okay. Yes, very good. So can remember when he comes, two situations. When he comes, what does he do? Three things. Okay, 2 and 3. So remember all this. Okay, so he annihilate, he deliver, he re-establish. Okay, here, can you see here this picture? Who is this personality here? His festival is coming soon. We are all so excited for this festival. Who is this? Lord Narsingha. Has anyone not heard of Lord Narsingha before? Please tell me in the chat. If you raise your hand, I cannot see. Who has not heard Lord Narsingha's name? Is it possible? Okay, very famous, right? Lord Narsingha is very famous. His worship is very popular also. The famous half man, half lion body. Okay, so tell me what is happening here at the bottom picture. Who is he fighting? He's fighting a demon king. And the demon king name is Hiranyakashipu. Very good, Prabhu. Okay, thank you, Janani. Yes, okay. And he looked so fierce. He looked so terrifying with the nails, with the face like that, with his teeth like that. He's killing. But then look at the transformation here. He's carrying a small boy. He's lovingly, affectionately hugging him, and so calm looking. Okay, so this is where I would like to share with you the primary reason that Krishna comes to deliver the pious, to kill the miscreants. All this he can do from where he's sitting. Okay, he can just move his eyebrow and a lot of things will be taken care of. But and he also can send his agents to take care of this. But the devotees, they are forever and ever, they are hankering for Krishna's presence, his appearance, his reciprocation, having relationship with him. They want to relish the relationship with him. So they would like him to come personally. So all this killing and fighting and everything, it gives fun. It's really fun for the devotees to see and everything. But the primary reason for Krishna's advent is to satisfy the feel of the devotees, the desire of the devotees to see him protecting them. This is what the devotees want, and this is what Krishna comes for, to serve this purpose. Okay, this punishing demons is secondary because the punishment is also a mercy. All right, so even this demon, right, like Ravan, Kamsa, and Hiranyakashipu, who do you think they are originally? They are the Jaya and Vijaya. Who are these Jaya and Vijaya? They are the gatekeepers of Vaikuntha. All right, so something happened. Okay, something happened. They were cursed, and there was some negotiation. Lord Vishnu asked him, "Do you want to take 7 births as a devotee, or you want to take 3 births as demons?" Then they said, "Oh Lord, I cannot stay for 7 births to come and reach you back. Just give me 3 demon births. We're going to come back to you fast." So that is why they got this demon birth 3 times. So the first round, Jaya and Vijaya appeared as Hiranyaksha and Hiranyakashipu. Second, they appeared as Ravana and Kumbhakarna. Third one is Kamsa and Dandavakra. Is that correct, Shamala Mataji? Dandavakra, right? So these are the 3 pairs. And after that, they went back to Vaikuntha Loka. So even the punishment is considered a mercy. So basically, he is coming to serve the desire of the devotees to see him. Okay, and then of course it gives the demons or the people that he killed liberation. All right, so understand, yeah, what is the actual reason he come? Of course, there are 3 reasons. The actual reason is to satisfy the devotees. So this is about when Krishna comes, what does he do? To deliver the pious, annihilate the miscreants, re-establish the principles of religion. Okay, so like I mentioned earlier, generally people know there are 10 avatars of Krishna, but that is not it, because in Bhagavatam, it is said that he has unlimited incarnations. Okay, sorry, Lord Brahma says here. Brahma Samhita, see, Brahma Samhita is a prayer, garland of prayers by Lord Brahma for Lord Krishna. And one verse says this, that Supreme Lord Sri Krishna, who is absolute, infallible, and without beginning, expands himself into unlimited forms. So this establishes that fact that Krishna has unlimited number of incarnation, not just 10. And that all the incarnation can be broadly categorized into 6. I will not run too deep into this, but I'm just showing you, right? 6. Purusha avatar, this is the avatar that he takes when the universe is created. Leela avatar is all the avatars that he performs Leela, like Rama Leela, Narsingha Leela, all these are Leela avatars. Guna avatars are the different incarnation that he takes under the mode of goodness, passion, and ignorance. And then you have Manvantara and Yuga avatar, which means there is certain incarnation that he took during Satya Yuga, Treta Yuga, Dwapara Yuga, and Kali Yuga. Okay, so generally what we know, the Dasavatar coming here, from here, Leela avatar. Oh, sorry, the last one is Satya Vesha avatar. Means until now, he could be sending his devotees that he empowers them to come down to earth or to material world to preach. So these are called Satyavesha avatars. For example, Prabhupada says that Lord Jesus is a Satyavesha avatar. And we also think Prabhupada is also a Satyavesha avatar because the amount of the intensity and the ability that he has to preach to the entire world in just 10 to 12 years is remarkable. Okay, so only those who are empowered by the Lord can achieve such a feat. Okay, so we have seen the ancient origin. Okay, so we saw this decline in religion and rise in religion and the activity that he does when he comes here. Okay, so the next question is, what is the purpose for us to know all this information? Why Krishna is telling us all these? His birth, activities, reason for appearance. Is there any benefit for us? Why? Why do you think he's telling all this? Of course, earlier I said we want to ensure the information that we are getting is authentic, all right? And the person who's giving us is a qualified personality, right? But other than that, by us reading, hearing about his pastimes and singing the glories of his pastimes and knowing how he appeared, what does he do, how he killed, which devotee he reciprocated with, and why you have to read the entire Bhagavatam, why we have to read the entire Ramayana. What is the benefit for us? The benefit is this. Krishna says here in 4.9. Ganesha Prabhu, are you able to read for us? You want to unmute? Okay, if you're not there, I need to move on. Who else I have not called yet? Raghunathan Prabhu. Would you like to read for us?
Yep, sure. Can you hear me?
Yes, clear, Prabhu.
Okay. Okay, Mataji. One who knows the transcendental nature of my appearance and activities does not, upon leaving the body, take his birth again in this material world, but attains my eternal abode, O Arjuna.
Right, thank you, Prabhu. So this is why Krishna says, this is the benefit of us hearing, reading about Krishna's activities, the goal. Okay, no problem, Prabhu. Okay, this is the goal of understanding this. And oftentimes it is pointed out that this verse is the very important verse in Bhagavad Gita because ultimately we want to know why we are doing certain things. So Lord Krishna is telling the qualification. What do we need to do? What do we need to know so that we don't take birth again in this material world? Okay, so if I don't take birth in material world, then where I am going, Mataji? Material world is just 1/4 of the entire creation. So what consists of that 3/4? What is the balance? The balance is the spiritual world. Okay, this material world is just one subset of this entire creation. So it's just like in entire Malaysia, we have a prison. Okay, so we want to get out of this prison and go to other and enjoy our full-fledged benefit outside of the prison. So we came from spiritual world, we are stuck in material world. Okay, so to get out, so this is the ticket. We want to go to the eternal abode, spiritual world. That place is way bigger than material world. Okay, and that place, remember when I say Vaikunta, Vaikunta means place free of miseries. Okay, so what is the qualification? Simply to understand Krishna's nature and activity. This is transcendental knowledge. This is the title of our chapter today. Transcendental knowledge, yeah? Okay, this is example Leela, his appearances and how he's so mischievous, how Yashodhama chased him. This is the festival we celebrate. It's called Damodara festival. Okay. Okay, so this is the goal of the transcendental knowledge. The path of devotees in Krishna consciousness is easy. One has to simply understand nature of Lord's birth and activities. Okay, this is for devotees. All right. How about people who are not able to come to that platform yet? For this, Krishna gives this method. 413. Jay Mata.
Okay.
Oops, sorry. What happened?
According to the three modes of material nature and the work associated with them, the four divisions of human society are created by me. And although I am the creator of this system, you should know that I am yet the non-doer, being unchangeable. Thank you,
Okay,
Mataji.
thank you, Mataji. So we are moving to a new segment in this chapter 4. Okay, for those who are not able to perform the activities previously, the constant hearing and understanding the nature of Krishna and everything, so they are more driven by activities to fulfill their material desires. For them, Krishna has created this system called Varnasrama system. Okay, because not everybody can accept. So they are not ready. So Lord Krishna recommend other ways. So he's saying that take part in different division of society that has been arranged. So anywhere you go, there are 4 kinds of people: the Brahmanas, Kshatriyas, Vaishyas, and Sudras. The Brahmanas are the head of the society. They are the ones, the educated ones. All right, they can be teacher. They are very academic. They study a lot. They teach, they have very good knowledge, they can give help and guidance to people. Okay, so they are the intellectual class. All right, and next is the Kshatriyas. Kshatriyas are the people in the managerial position. They protect the people, they manage things, they administrate things. So these are the rulers, right? Rulers, kings, ministers. So these are Kshatriya people. And after that, we have Vaishyas. Vaishyas are people who are involved in economic sector, farming, banking, merchant, trading, agriculture. So these are all Vaishyas. Okay. Finally, we have the Sudras. Sudras are the labor class, the worker class, and they serve the other 3 class of people. Now, these people, Krishna did not put them in. It does not mean a person who is born to a Brahmana is immediately a Brahmana. No, because this is not called Janma karma. Janma means birth. So this work, karma, is not based on your Janma. It's based on guna. That's why Krishna said here, guna. So how people fall into these 4 categories, it's falling back on your nature. This is why sometimes you see people who are born to Brahmanas, they just can't do that academic life. Probably they'll become an army. Okay, probably they'll become a businessman. All right, because it just doesn't go with their nature. So what their nature is leading them. This is how they fall into the 4 classes. And don't have to talk about the caste system that we have now. That one is totally society already. That one is a misunderstood concept of the Varnasrama system. This Varnasrama system that Krishna created is this one, based on your nature. So those who are in the Brahmanical line, right, the Brahmana qualities, they are generally in the mode of goodness. They have to be constantly calm, you know. And then the Kshatriyas, you need to be in the passionate mode because you need to fight, all right, and you need to manage things. So you need to be in the passionate mode. For Vaishya, it's a mixture of passion and ignorance, whereas the Sudras, they are totally in ignorance. Okay, so why this is created? This is to elevate people from animalistic life. Of course, below the Sudra, there are few more. You know, they are called dog eaters, and I think they're called Chandalas. Okay, so why this has been created? So that people will gradually find way to elevate themselves through certain processes or through knowledge or through certain activities or purificatory process. Okay, so the Brahmanas, they are the intellectual class, they are the head of the society. The Kshatriyas are like the arms of the society, they protect. Vaishyas are belly of the society, they do things to generate national product, GNP, GDP, all right? And then the laborers are the leg of the social body. So the purpose of the society is that for everybody to cooperate and help each other, not to show one is better than another. Okay, so Lord Krishna created this so that everybody in the human society can live harmoniously and together peacefully. right? Again, it is not a janma karma, it is guna karma based on our nature. Okay, all right. So this is for the purpose is for purification and elevation. Okay, and then now an important segment. So after that segment, we are going into segment. How are we going to get this knowledge? How? Remember the Guru Parampara system. So we have to approach a guru. Mental speculation, dry arguments, or independent study of books cannot help one attain perfect knowledge. One has to approach a bona fide spiritual master or a guru. So now let's see how we should reciprocate with the guru to get what is necessary. Okay, it's a two-way thing. Okay, it's a reciprocation. 434, Janani.
Tadvidi pranipatena pariprasnena sevaya upadekshanti te jnanam jnanisnastattvadashinaha. Translation: just try to learn the truth by approaching a spiritual master. Inquire from him submissively and render service unto him. The self-realized soul can impart knowledge unto you because they have seen the truth.
Okay, thank you, Mataji. So this is how we receive the knowledge. So here, the blind following and absurd inquiries are condemned. You cannot blindly follow someone, and then you also cannot put forth questions that are invalid. All right, so you have to follow someone sublime, and you have to ask questions. Okay, so you're not only going to hear, but you must also inquire. Doing service to Guru is also to ask question. And then you render service unto him. So if you have your Guru physically within your reach, then you would want to render service physically for him, like taking him for travel, or wash his clothes, cook for him, or just do any service for him. So that is giving service. Okay. So this is how we get the perfect knowledge, because they have seen the truth. Okay, so generally this is the substance. All right, and you can see how Arjuna was putting forth question to Krishna. How am I to understand? So he was not in a challenging mode. All right, and we also need to know how to recognize a guru. Okay, so the guru should be speaking about God, and the guru itself should be a detached person, and that guru should not have excessive material possessions. Okay, and he must, of course, walk the talk. And it's important to recognize Guru not by just seeing whether he's wearing a saffron cloth, or he's got a big beard, or he's got great followers. It's not that. Okay, he has to have great understanding about the truth and should be able to explain to others. If he's not able to explain to others, if he doesn't know how to put in words, that it means that he's not able to teach you. Okay, then he's not a qualified guru. And similarly, the student also have to be qualified. He has to render service, ask questions. Okay, so it is important to ask questions so we do not have this blind following. Okay, so some places I have previously, before I came to Krishna consciousness, when I ask questions, they either they don't know how to answer, or they will say, oh, you shouldn't question. So that is a red flag. If they say you shouldn't question, then that is a red flag. You should run as fast as you can. Okay, all right. So inquire from the guru submissively, render. This is Arjuna's example. Okay, I mentioned already. Render service unto him. Right. Okay, so if we do all this, what the guru gives us is 4.35. Kausalya Mataji.
Yes, Mataji, thank you. Having obtained real knowledge from a self-realized soul, you will never fall again into such illusion. For by this knowledge, you will see that all living beings are but part of the Supreme, or in other words, that they are mine.
All right, thank you, Mataji. So this is a point to note, yeah. One who acquires knowledge from a spiritual, a self-realized soul will not fall back to illusion. So we want to understand what is this illusion about. The illusion is that we are separate from Krishna. means this is not a fact. We are not separate from Krishna. Krishna is the entire fire and we are just a spark that comes out from it. So we are not separate. We are part of it. We are part of him. We are part and parcel of Krishna. Okay. And therefore we all have a purpose to fulfill, which is going back to him. Okay. For so long, we've been put in different bodies as man, animals. We could have been also devas. We could have been plants. We could have been animals. Okay. And then we fall down and then we go up. So it's like a up and down thing, you know, right? So these bodily differences, why it's we are taking this endlessly because of our forgetfulness. All right. Now that we are here, we have received this knowledge, so we will know where, how, what we should do to move forward. What is that purpose? We have to wait and see. In next chapter, we will see more, but generally, we want to come out of this illusion that we are separate from Krishna. So we will come out of that. So once we come out of that, then we will never fall back down. All right. So this is the ultimate realization that the guru will give. What is that illusion? That means we will be out of the illusion. Okay. Will never fall again. Part of Supreme. Okay. So we can quickly recap. So generally, how long the Bhagavad Gita has been in the human society? Too many years. Very good. It was given to Vivaswan about 120 million years ago. Okay. Very good. The importance of disciplic succession. What do you remember from there? What did we see? Anything that you remember from this segment? What did we see? The four? The four, yes. Okay, yes, the parampara. What do we call them? Four bona fide sampradayas. Yes, very good. Okay, so we have to ensure that our gurus are coming from this sampradaya so that we are sure that we are connected to Krishna ultimately. Okay, so after that, what did we cover under this one? 4.4 to 4.9. What knowledge did we get about Krishna from this chapter? What did Krishna reveal about him? Anything that you can remember. Aha, yes. He revealed about his transcendental position, about his appearance and activity. He has come multiple times. Yes. Some more? Some more. Yeah, it's going well. When there is irreligion, rise in irreligion, he never forgets his comings. Yes, Somasundar Prabhu? Satisfy the devotees. Very good. What else? Protect the devotees, re-establish Dharma. Okay. Where is the important one? So there are two situations that he comes, and when he comes, he does three things. Okay. Yes, the annihilation. Nobody has mentioned it before. Okay. Yes, correct. So you'll understand. Krishna comes to when decline is. Krishna comes when decline in religious practice. Yes. Okay. I don't understand your question, Mataji. Krishna comes. Okay. So what is the result of understanding the knowledge? What is the goal? Why are we learning this? What is the benefit of understanding Krishna's nature, his appearance, his activities? Yes, to not have rebirth. Very good. Going back to Godhead. Yes. Very good. Okay. And then we saw the Varnasrama. Krishna appears when decline in religious practice. Yes, correct, Jimmy. Okay, so what did you learn under Varnasrama? Did you learn something new in Varnasrama? Or did you know this already, or it has somehow clarified a lot of things in your mind for Varnas? Okay, what are they for? According to gunas. Yes, this is a very important point. Guna karma. Okay, the work according to your guna, not janma. Okay, so now you can go and tell people, Krishna did not create caste system, right? Human being created that. Basically, we are all Sudras. We are not Brahmanas, Satriyas for us to fight about anything. Okay, what are they for and what's the purpose? Okay, yes, you all got it. Brahma, Satriya, Brahmana, Brahma, Brahmana, Satriya, Vaishya, Sudra. What's the purpose of creating this? Why, Krishna? Yes, to work together. All right. So how about the position? Who is superior to who? Yes, going upward from animalistic life to human life. So there are people below Sudras, you know. So once they advance, then they will be put into that Varnasrama, and then their advancement will be rapid. Because anything below that, they will have an animalistic mind. They eat anything. They'll do anything and everything, you know. Yeah. Okay, so I think we covered that. This is elevation from animalistic life to human life. So that is important point. I was actually waiting for that. And how about the modes? Brahmana what mode? Kshatriya what mode? Vaishya, Sudra. Do you all remember that? So if you see yourself very, very passionate person, means you cannot do a Brahmanical work, right? You have to be a manager or army or police, like that. Yes. Brahmana mode of goodness. Calm, Kshatriya passion. So some people, when they are born, they already have this kind of natures already. So you have to engage them in the right path, in the right career. Okay. Sudra, ignorance. Vaishya, how about Vaishya? Vaishya, they do economical work, but what is their mode? Mix of passion and ignorance. Very good, Kumudamati. Okay. Now, finally, what did we learn today? What segment? Yes, Lavanya Mataji, correct. Vaishya, Ganesha Prabhu also correct.
What's that?
What was the last segment that we covered today? Forgot to go. What was the last segment? How do we get the knowledge? Where do we get the knowledge from? Yes, from a guru. Yes, all living being part and parcel of Krishna. Very good. Okay, what is the process? Share something about the process. Correct, master. Yes, you need to find a genuine guru. Very good. Ask question. Yes. Some more. Render service. Yes. How to ask? What kind? In what manner you ask question? Don't blindly follow someone. Yes, I like that. Ask question in submissive mode. Yes, good. Okay. Right. Do service by asking question. Doing service can be two things. You can physically serve the guru, and you can also ask question. Submissive mode. Okay. So why the guru can give the knowledge to you? What they have seen. The truth. Yes. Okay. Finally, what is the result? Somebody has actually answered that earlier. Okay, but only now the question is coming. So what the guru can do for us? What is the benefit? What is the result? The results or glories of the knowledge that we receive from the Guru. Correct, Dasaradan Prabhu. Okay. Yes, we came from Lord Krishna. So elaborate on the illusion. Because not many people understand what is illusion. Sometimes people misunderstand illusion as temporary. Okay, that we are not separate of. The illusion is that we are separate from Lord Krishna. We want to enjoy separately. Yeah. So we are not separate from Krishna. Okay, this is what the knowledge that the Guru will give us. Removes the illusion. Okay, thank you so much. I have one story to end. Okay, if you are rushing, you can carry on. So this story, a little funny story. Okay, so this is a guru. Okay, he has a disciple and they were going on a journey on a horse. All right. So then the guru was actually telling the disciple that we have to be detached. We cannot be attached to the material things. You know, he was talking things like that. So as they were going, the guru's kamandalu fell down from the horse. It fell. His water, you know, the water kamandalu, right? It fell. Then halfway the journey, he asked, "Where is my kamandalu?" "Oh, your kamandalu has actually fallen." This guru is so cute. Okay, the kamandalu has actually fallen. Then the guru will ask the disciple, "Hey, if it's fallen, why didn't you pick it up?" "Oh, guru, but you told me we cannot be attached to material things." "Huh? Okay, no, these are the things that I need, so you have to pick up. Okay, next time, whatever fall from the horse, you have to pick up." You will say that. So they keep walking. After that, the horse starts defecating, all right, passing stool, all right, and the disciple picked it up. And then the guru asked, "Why did you pick it up?" "Because you told me you pick up everything that fall from the horse." "Oh dear, you're so silly. Okay, now I'm going to give you a list of the things, whatever that fall from the horse, you have to pick up. So don't just pick up anything that's falling from the the horse." Okay, then the disciple asked, "Oh, Gurudev, you are very confused me. Can you please write it down for me?" So he'll write it down. Okay, so he writes all the objects. So when they were going uphill, suddenly the snake came onto their path, and then they become terrified, and then the sadhu fell down. All right. So now the sadhu was unconscious. Okay, so the sadhu was unconscious. And what this disciple did, he picked up all the things that the sadhu has written down on the list. He is not forgot, he didn't pick up the sadhu. All right, then suddenly the sadhu got up and he asked, "You picked up everything, why you didn't pick me up?" "Because you didn't list down yourself in that, in the list." So like this, the disciple has to be intelligent and qualified, and the guru also needs to be clear on information or message that he's going to give, and the disciple should be smart to take the substance of the instruction. So when the guru and the disciples quality matches, then the transmission of the knowledge will become perfect, will be effective. All right, so this is a story just to illustrate that we have to take the essence, saramsa, and practice in our life. Okay, so if you do not understand, we can ask 2-3 times. All right, so even when I have question, I ask my spiritual master, he will explain. Sometimes the next day he will ask again, "Did you understand it? Do you want me to explain more?" So this is how a kind guru, very compassionate guru will want to ensure that we understand what we learn. Okay, one last slide reading. Okay, can we have somebody to read for us, please? Shakila Mataji, are you there?
Yes, I'm here. So,
Read for us, Mataji.
In East Bengal, there was a Brahmana named Tapan Misra. He was confused after reading many Vedic literatures regarding their conclusion on the means to achieve liberation. He approached Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and sincerely inquired him to clear his confusion. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said that in Kali Yuga, one can't achieve perfection of life by being a bookworm. One can attain salvation only by chanting the holy names of Krishna. The
Okay.
Sastra recommends.
Recommend. Continue, Mataji.
Okay. Harir Nama Harir Nama Harir Namavai Namaiva Kevala Kalau Nastya Eva Nastya Gatir Antaya. For deliverance in this Kali Yuga, there is no other way. There is no other way. There is no other way except chanting the holy names of the Lord.
Right. Thank you so much, Mataji. So here it is mentioned that we don't want to feel so disturbed or burdened by, oh, we have to acquire so much of knowledge to go back to Godhead. And no, here Mahaprabhu or Krishna himself is saying that in this Kali Yuga, it's very difficult to get perfection by being a bookworm. The simplest method is this. It was mentioned in Brihat Narada Purana. Okay, there is no other way. There is no other way. There is no other way except chanting the holy names of the Lord. So this is the conclusion of today's chapter, Transcendental Knowledge. All right. Knowledge is important. It's definitely important. So we can relish the nature and activities of Lord Krishna, because it will free us from the bondage of birth and death. So let's end this class by 3 times chanting the Maha Mantra. Pushpa Mataji, you can lead us. So Mataji is not here, I think. Are you here? Shamala Mataji, can you lead us 3 times?
Can Mataji. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare
Slow,
Hare.
Mataji, slow, 3 times.
Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Right. Thank you so much, everyone. Again, today also overshot. Okay, so thank you so much for staying. Have a good night.
Thank you.
Oh, thank you, Prabhu, Mataji.
Thank you, Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Hare Krishna.